So last time I powered washed in here, cleaned it up pretty well. Um, Probably get some primer, degrease the area down there, get some black primer, hit it with that in a day or two, come back with the yellow spray paint that I bought and just coat the inside of it just to make it look halfway decent, nothing super special. But yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I ordered online a new head gasket set. I was starting to look at some of the gaskets I would need, and I just said, you know what, so they sell it as a kit. Let me get the entire head gasket kit. And as a result of that coming in, I've just decided I'm going to pull the head just to get it checked out, make sure everything's good to go. And when I got the manual out to look at the steps associated with pulling the head, there are, let's see, cylinder head valves, 15, there are 21 steps associated with pulling the head out. And just by virtue of all the work I've done so far, I'm already at step 17 out of 21. So I'm almost there. So the very first thing I have to actually do is take the water pump off. It doesn't say that. I'm fairly certain the water pump has to come off to get the head off. Yeah. Oh, no, actually it doesn't. That's not bolted. You know what? It's a mess. I'm going to take that off anyway. That's interesting. It's a mixture of 1/2 inch and 9/16 bolts. So for putting it back, 11 o'clock is 1/2 inch, 12 o'clock is 1/2 inch, 1 o'clock is 1/2 inch, 3 o'clock is 9/16, 5 o'clock is 9/16, 6 o'clock is 1/2 inch, 7 o'clock is 9/16, 9 o'clock is 9/16. All right. So that's the water pump. Bare minimum that gives me access to get this cleaned up in here. There's the head. I guess we'll take the thermostat off now. I think it's 9/16. It's 1/2 inch. Thermostat. So the thermostat bolts have that star head pattern, and they have no washers on them, which is interesting. Lord only knows the last time it was off, so it's probably fused in there pretty good. Just gently tap it. I think it'll free it up. Oh yeah, there we go. Cool. There's our thermostat, which is definitely getting replaced. There we go. All right. There we go. Thermostat housing and thermostat is off. Water pump's off. Gives me unfettered access in here to really clean this up. The next step is to remove the injectors. I've got brand new injectors for this thing. The guy I bought it from said, "Oh, you don't need injectors," and he so far has proved to be correct. But I mean, I have new ones. I might as well put them in. We're taking the head off. Now is the time to do it. Before I take the head off, though, what I want to do is use my compressor to blast the air out of here, because this is really messy. And I mean, the head is coming off and it's going to get clean, but I'd like to avoid getting debris down those ports if possible. All right, so I took all the bolts off holding the injectors in and cleaned around them, so there shouldn't be a lot of loose debris. I had tried to take these off because I bought new injectors and I couldn't get them out, and I didn't want to mess with them. And I watched Captain Kleeman's video on YouTube, and the way he did it is he used a piece of wood, hammering a piece of wood onto here until you break them free. So that's what I'm going to try now. Ah, I saw movement. All right. Although, how do I hammer it that way? Let's do the same over here. Movement, yay. This one, finally. What the f? What? All right, I don't know how much it got caught on camera, but bit of a another screw up, my second screw up on this job. I didn't disconnect the battery, so the battery was still live, and the alternator, which kind of fell down because it still had juice going to it, that positive wire right there started shorting out or grounding on the pump, which caused the wire over here, which melted the wire. Melted the wire at the starter motor. This feed wire here is what comes to the alternator, and by grounding it out, yeah, I melted it. Just dumb. Oh, well, we learn from our mistakes, hopefully. All right, let's see if I can get these out now. Got them to turn. Let's see if I can pry them up. All right, I'm going to leave these injectors in for now. They're really, really tight. I got them to move a little bit, but working in here is cramped, so if I want to get on this side to hammer them the other way, it's tight quarters at this point. So I'm just going to leave them in for now and take the head off, and then on a bench I have better access to those injectors. So the next step, take you off. The next step is, I believe, to take these off. I just have to check the order that they come off. All right. I'm going to do each of these a quarter turn. Like that. Alternate to this one. Oh, those are right. This one. This one. Okay. Do another quarter on the first one. Okay, that's pretty loose now. Quarter here. Quarter there. Quarter there. Okay. How's it loose? Okay. So per the manual, here's my diagram, right? This is the front of the engine facing that way, and the push rods are in that order. I honestly don't think it matters that much, other than if I take each push rod out and I put it on a flat surface and I roll it and one of them appears bent, I can identify which valve may have had the issue. But other than that, if you put them back in the wrong order, you're going to adjust the valves anyway when you put them back in. I'm not going to just assume the valves, the lash was correct, so I would adjust the valves anyway, so I don't think it matters, but I'm going to follow the manual verbatim. All right, speaking of the manual, remove the push rods original position, remove the remaining cylinder bolts and washers working inward from the ends to the center of the head. Lift the cylinder head from the necessary level head. Pads provided, taking care not to damage the cylinder head. Okay. Oh. Wow. Oh, wow, that's tight. That one's not bad. Oh, man. That one's done. Wow. Those are tight. All right, so in theory, they all got a quarter turn. So I'll start over here again, loosening them. This one, this one, this one, this one, moving them in like that, like that. There. There. Did I do this one already? Nope. Why is that one still tight? That concerns me. So here's all my head bolts. They're in the order that they came out. Again, I don't think it's going to matter much, but I'll just keep them in that order. Okay, there you go. Head is off. And you can see signs of my neutral glove still stuck in the valves. Let's see, this is the front. So this is the, which is the intake and which is the exhaust? I would assume the bigger, I'm not certain, but I think the bigger one is the exhaust. Anyway, this valve has got glove residue on it. Here in the intake, it's stuck, so this would not have sealed properly. So I'm glad I took it off. Yeah. Yeah, it was the right decision to take it off. Anyways, now I can get the injectors off, take the rest of this manifold off, this other bracket, which I didn't see on the list of things to take off, but I'll take that off. And I'm just going to bring it to a head shop. I was thinking of doing it myself, putting a couple large sheets, 4 sheets of 200 grit sandpaper down on a flat surface like glass or something, and just rubbing it to clean it up and to make sure that it's flat. But given that these valves might have to be cleaned, there's a machine shop in the next town over from me, Rogers Automotive. They do fantastic work with heads, and I'm just going to bring it to Mike and say, work your magic. And he should be able to clean it up, make sure it's flat, and check the valves, clean them if he has to. The head gasket itself appears to be fine. I don't see any indication of a blown head gasket. So the head gasket is completely intact. There's no indication that it's blown anywhere, but I do see right here that the metal and the paper, I don't know what that is, paper, plastic, whatever it is separating from the metal. So it's probably good that it's further confirmation that it's good that we're going to replace this head gasket. Cylinder walls. What do they look like? I don't feel anything. I'm not going to rotate the engine. It shouldn't matter, but I'm not going to rotate the engine just to check the cylinder walls. I will have to vacuum that out. The debris that's gotten down in there. All right, I'm pretty happy though. Pretty happy. It came apart relatively easily. There's no major damage. There is glove residue on the valve, so I doubt they were sealing properly, which is why it was running horribly before I cut it. So yeah, got a new head gasket coming. We'll make sure that head is nice and flat, make sure those valves are cleaned up and they seal properly. Pop it back on here and we should have a working John Deere 555 backhoe again. Stay tuned.